Hi guys, this is Subhashish Banerjee aka Sabi and welcome to my YouTube channel Sabi's Pen Addiction. In this channel I'll be reviewing fountain pens and fountain pen related stuffs like nib tunings and maintenances, inks and papers and lots of stuff. So stay tuned to my channel. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell down so that you can get all the future updates of my videos, and write down in the comment section below what do you like and what do you not like about my videos so that I can make it more convenient in my future videos. So let's get started. So today's pen will be a Chinese pen. It's a JINHAO 992 pen. This pen I bought in 2020. It was my first pen that I bought, and ever since I'm writing with this fountain pen. It's a very inexpensive fountain pen. And the company is of Chinese company. Jinhao is actually established in 1988 in the Jiangxi province of China. In 2003, the company was relocated in Shanghai, and they make very inexpensive fountain pens in good qualities, which are good for beginners. So today, what I will do, I will show you the parts of the pens. I will do a writing sample, and I will do likes and dislikes of my fountain pen. So let's get started. So this is the JINHAO 992, right beside a Pilot Metropolitan and a Parker Frontier for size comparison. As you can see, this pen is a very standard size and fits all the hands. Now let's look at the parts of this pen. As you can see, the cap finial is nothing interesting, just a plastic dome with a clip, nice springy and sturdy clip, very usable and helpful. The cap ends with a plastic band over here. As you can see, nothing is engraved in it. And inside the cap, if you can see, there's a plastic transparent cap liner to prevent the nib from drying out, and it is being held by this nut inside the cap at the top of the cap finial. Now the cap unscrews at 1¼ rotation. The cap posts, and it poses very decently and securely, and to make a very comfortable size pens. As you can see, my hands are pretty big, yet the pen is pretty decent weight, and the balance of the pen is fine. Even with unposted also, the balance of the pen is very good and is very lightweight. Though I use my fountain pens unposted, still it is a pretty decent size pen. Now let's look at the nib now. It is a number 5 size JINHAO steel nib. It has a dual tone coating on it. Though the dual tone, the gold color is not actual gold, it's just gold color plated. And you can see nice scroll works on the edge of the nib with a standard JINHAO chariot logo, and the JINHAO branding is also written as JINHAO, and F for fine, the nib point is fine. You can see a plastic black feed which JINHAO provides. And one interesting thing about this pen and many other JINHAO pen is that you can unscrew the nib housing to clean up the pen. Just like you can see that there's ink in between the section and the nib collar. So in later part of the video, in any future video, I will show you how to disassemble the pen and the converter to clean it up. Now the section has a flare out and slightly tapers down. This flare out is to prevent your finger from slipping down and going onto the nib to make a inky finger while writing. The barrel slightly tapers down to be at the end of the barrel. You can see a plastic injection molding plug. Now unscrew the barrel. Now all JINHAO pens are good because they come with standard international size converters. As you can see, unscrewing the barrel, you can see a black O-ring over here and plastic threads. Now if you unscrew the section converter, you can see it's a pretty decent size converter and a good converter. And for inking up the pen, you just put the converter in the pen, and you dip the nib and section up to the 1/3 of the section into your ink bottle, and you twist this knob. Let me show you. You just twist the knob to draw the piston up and down to get the ink from the ink bottle. Now this nib, I have swapped this nib from my other JINHAO 992s, and this is the best thing, that if you have same size nib in many different JINHAO pens, you can swap those nibs for in order to find your best preference writing sections. Now let me zoom. Now let's write something with this pen. This is JINHAO. The ink is Parker Quick Black. As you can see, it writes very smoothly with a little bit of feedback. Now some fast writing. No problem at all. The feet keeps up with the fastness of your hand. Now some wetness test. As you can see, it's not a wet writer, a little bit dry, but this ink is Parker Quick Black is known for its saturation, so it's a bit dry pen. Now some reverse writing. As you can see, the nib dries out very quickly. You can get away with 2 or 3 words if you need so. Now some line variation. You can squeeze out a little bit. As you can see, it's railroading on me. So it's not a flex nib, but you can squeeze out a little bit. So here you go with the writing sample of this JINHAO 992. Now let's look about what I like and what I don't like about this fountain pen. So what do I like and what do I not like about this JINHAO 992? Now let me tell you first what do I like about this fountain pen. It's a very inexpensive fountain pen. As you can see, it's a plastic body with injection molded plastic. It's been produced in masses. It's not a pen that is being made on a single like a single pen on a daily basis, but it's been produced in a masses, and it's very inexpensive fountain pen. If you lost one or if you break one, you can buy another one. Next point, I'm looking down at my notes. I've written down all my notes so that I can cover up all the likes and dislikes so that it may be helpful to you. Next will be good for long writing session. This pen is just as I mentioned, that is completely made of injection molded plastic, and because of the plastic, it's very lightweight. Even with the cap posted at the back of the pen, as you can see, look at this. It's very decent size. It does not fatigue your hand while on a longer writing session. It's perfect for school goers and college goers, or people who are taking notes in their meetings for longer notes. It's completely perfect for them also, as it's very lightweight, just a few grams, I think. I will tell you the measurements in future video. But it's perfect for longer writing sessions. The cap is very comfortable, just as I mentioned. It makes a decent size pen while posting the cap, and because the cap is also plastic, it doesn't backweight the pen while writing. Next is the nib swappability. As I have told you, if I can show you, look at the nib. At the writing section, parts of the pen, I have shown you that I have swapped this nib with another JINHAO 992. I have few JINHAO 992s in different colors, and I have swapped one of the pen's nib in that, because this one writes a little bit better. And as this is my first pen that I have purchased, so it's very close to my heart, and I'm very fond of this pen also. I've written with this pen for days, for years, and nothing has happened to this pen. Though I keep my fountain pens very securely, I don't use them as rough as any other pens. So as you can see, it's still in one piece. Next will be another thing will be that these nibs are very cheap. As the pen is very inexpensive pen, you can swap the nibs, you can do nib experiments, nib grindings, nib swappings, and these nibs are very good for your experiments. If you don't know what you're doing with the nibs, then these pens and these nibs are perfect for that. Smoothness, as I've written all the review with this pen, 5 or 6 page of review I've written with this pen, with a single without a single hard start or skips or anything. It wrote constantly for 6 pages. As you can see, I am very low on ink now, as I've written for 6.5 pages of review for this pen, and it wrote constantly without any single skips and hard start. So it's a good writer, and you can write with this for longer sessions also. Next will be, as I've told you before, that I'm a sucker for demonstrator fountain pens, and you can see all the inner workings of these fountain pens. Even through the cap you can see the nib, the ink in between the nib section and the nib collar and the section. You can see the ink sloshing in the converter, how much of ink is left. All these things motivates me to buy more fountain pens which are demonstrator of this sort. So this was the first criteria for buying this pen, was that it's demonstrator and I can see all the inner workings of the pen. Then another thing is that JINHAO is famous for providing converter with their pens. It's a decent converter, it works perfectly, it holds a decent amount of ink also. If as you can see, I've still now almost just a little bit down on ink, as I've wrote 6.5 pages of review with this pen, and still this much of ink is left. And these converters are also good, not cheap quality converters. They are pretty decent. While you're inking the pen, it works perfectly for that also. Next, let's talk about the price of the pen. Now I bought this pen as that time I didn't have much knowledge about fountain pens, so I bought this pen for about 300 rupees. But many, if you search online or offline stores also, if you have any stores that you know of that sells fountain pens, then you can get this pen as low as 150 to 200 rupees, that is $2 to 2.5 bucks. And if you get this pen for 150 rupees to 200 rupees, maximum of 250 rupees, that is $2 to 3 bucks, then it's a perfect pen. But if the price goes up to 300 rupees and more, then I don't think you should go for this pen. This pen is perfect for beginners, as it's user friendly. It's no hustle with this pen for maintenance. I will do a separate video on how to disassemble the pen for cleaning, and also the converter. If you want to clean the converter, I will make a separate video on this. For this price range, it's a good pen. For 150 to 200 rupees, maximum of 250 rupees, it's a good pen. Now what I don't like about this pen is that if you can, I can show you. In this barrel there's 2 notches just at the end of the plastic plug, 2 notches right above the converter knob. What happens that this pen is prone to crack at that position. Even if you don't use this pen, you haven't used roughly this pen is tend to crack at this end section, end of the barrel. I have few JINHAO fountain pens that have cracked around this area. This one don't have any cracks, but this is the main problem, that if you want to eyedropper this fountain pen, eyedropper means if you don't want to use the converter, and if you don't want to use the converter, all you have to do is silicone grease this thread, and there's a o-ring already included in the pen. All you have to do is use a ink syringe. I prefer to use an ink syringe or an eyedropper to directly fill the barrel with ink, and then you write with this pen. If you want a decent amount of ink that will last you longer than the converter, but I won't prefer this with this pen, because this might over here in this plug, this pen might leak, and if it cracks, then the ink might come out through the cracks. So this is the only drawback of this pen. I don't know, maybe few batches of pen are there that are prone to crack, but this one I don't have any cracks. My few other JINHAO 992s have cracking issues. That's it. Only one drawback for this pen for me, and everything about this pen, I like this pen so much. It's very inexpensive. So that's it for today. Hope you like this video. Hope it was useful. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.